Welcome back to RTS, and what are we going to do today? More scrapbooking, more load challenge, and it's fun. And if you don't know, if you're just tuning in, LOAD stands for Layout a Day. It is put on by the Scrap Happy membership, and you can read all the details below. Now, do you have to do a layout every day for the month of May? No, you can do 1, you can do 10, you can do all 31. It's totally whatever you want. And so today is going to be my 13 for 13. And so that's what we're going to do. And today's prompt was, it's Mother's Day. So of course the prompt is a funny mom story, or the technique would be to do your journaling in a texting format. So I'm going to combine the both, and I'm going to lay out about me, the mom, and texting with my little girl. And it's just an important part of our life. That's how we stay in contact while she's away and I'm dealing with emptiness. So it's just an important part of our life right now. So what am I going to do? Yes, I'm going to bring out my Pinkfresh BU Knockoff Kit, and there is a video that will be posted, and you can see how I did that. Very fun to do. So this again has to be a quick page. Let's see what time it is. Oh, 9 o'clock at night. 9 o'clock, and I'm sitting down to do a page. But I'm not going to worry about it because I know it's going to go quick, because everything I could need is right here to my left and to my right, because I did a kit. I have a sketch, I have my photos, so it's going to go quick. And so the sketch I'm going to work with is this one again by Page Maps, and I'll have the link below. I use a lot of page maps. I use a lot of Scrapbook Generations. I use a lot of Laura Whitaker, and it just, whatever your go-to is. Let that be your springboard. Will my page look like this? No. But it's going to be my springboard, so you can see I only need a few patterns, and that's what I'm going to go with. I may get all 6 of these on it because I'm going to cut them down. So I may end up only using 4. And so that is the plan. And I'm going to go through. This was a fun kit in the sense that I loved the color scheme. With the Pinkfresh BU collection, they had a lot of geometrics, and that's not really my style. But I'm getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to try to get some geometrics in and play. And so really I just need 2 patterns and then a small representation of another pattern, and then maybe some matting or something. So maybe I'll pick out 4 or 5 papers. Well, and remember, in this kit I had 2 6x6 pads, so I probably will just pick out a few of those to to get in some of these other colors, because you don't need a whole 12 by 12 all the time. So I have washi here, and then I wanted to say, when I did that knockoff kit, when I bagged it up, I bagged a lot of my things up per color. And that's, I just have these in my baggies. They're here to the right. I have all of these colors. How many different colors? 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors in these baggies. I have all my embellishments. Watch, those will slide off. All my embellishments ready. The lump and bump. And I have a 12 by 12 homemade sticker sheet all ready to go. Along with washi. All my alphas I could ever need is over here to my left. So again, it will be a fast page. And I need to get moving. And let's see. I need to come up with a color scheme, because I can't just start playing if I don't have direction. I have blue in every photo. So if I can find something with a blue or turquoise, which that's going to be in this collection, navy and turquoise is both, which is what made me think of this collection. And this would be a good choice. And since we're dealing with texting and technology, geometrics would be, any of these are going to just go so well. I mean, this kit is just, it was a happy, fun, bright kit. Now these would be good. Good choices. Oh, that's pretty. That looks a little more homey to me, so I want to get more geometrics. Oh, now there's a navy. Now I'd say that's going to be in the running. Okay, so I got a navy. Let's do a turquoise, and then since it's about me, how about pink? And that's a really, really popular color scheme. Navy, aqua, and pink, which actually, I don't know if I should say this, but I think it's almost being overused. Should I say that, overused? No, I think maybe people are wanting something different. And am I going to do a background? I don't think I'm going to do a matte this time. I will mat my photos. How's that? I will mat my photos. And again, I don't want to know if I want to sacrifice a 12 by 12 for a mat. I have a hard time doing that. I don't like to use my 12 by 12s for mats. You know, it's not like I don't have enough paper, but I just don't like doing that. And I'm going to cut these down. I think I'll probably only have to end up getting 4. Okay, that's 2 coral, 2 coral. So leave me a comment below. Oh, that would be really nice. Oh, yes. See, again, the navy, the aqua, and I'll put a pink in there, and there we go. How do you pick out your patterns and your papers for your... Do you just wing it? Do you have a design in mind? Do you go by mood and feel, which you know, that's what I do. Now, there would be the geometrics that I'm always complaining I don't use, but that's not me. That's not me. So, you know, I think since the sketch calls for a piece of pattern that I can cut, I think I might just use a 6x6 pad to get my pink in. I think that's the plan. And there's some cardstock that I could always get in if I wanted to. If I wanted to mat. That might be a possibility. But I did, as I was saying, you know, I had the raccoon hole thing there. I do see people are making comments that they're tired of the pink and aqua. I think people are getting tired of that. But it's very popular and it's very used. And I don't think people don't like it. I think it's just they want something different. So I know I'm going to pick out a pink. And we'll start here with this Dear Lizzie. And this is how I pick out papers. I have these 3 here in my mind. I have my photos here. And you know what? This aqua wood grain, would you believe this is by SEI? And I bought this last year. And maybe, is SEI still in business? I didn't think it was. But when I saw that paper, I was like, is it still in business? Or maybe that was just, it was old stock. I didn't know. I mean, are they still in business? They used to be really popular at one time. Now, where was I? So this is what I do. I have these 3 patterns here, and I have this, and that's how I'll flip through a 6x6 pad. I was going to say an SOS pad. Oh, great gravy. An SOS pad. Well, you know what? I'm sure someone might have an SOS pad in their inventory and supply somewhere. The cameras would be nice because, you know, as scrapbookers, we always have our camera handy. But I'm wanting something. Oh, that is pretty. I mean, it's floral. You know, that would be a different shade, but wouldn't it be pretty? Okay, that's definitely an option. You know, sometimes when you're doing this, don't you just wish you had someone sitting beside you say, yes, pick that, pick that, pick that. I do that all the time. I'm watching videos, I'm always talking to them. Now, I want to show you something here. You see this floral. That's pretty. But since this is kind of subtle, this is kind of subtle, I need something bold. And that's why that one looks a tad better. But again, is there any rules when it comes to scrapbooking? No, there is not. Oh, that's nice. That is really nice. Oh, it's already fallen out. Yeah. Not doing it. I really like that. I guess it's kind of like a fuchsia type thing. Yeah, I like that, the bold floral. I try not to spend too much time, but you know, I love this process. Oh, that's pretty too. I really like that. Of course, that's just not enough. You know what? But I still need a couple more scraps, don't I? Well, you know what? I'll get them in with my washi or my stickers. That's what I'll do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's my paper choices. How quick was that? Didn't even have to get off my tuff to find anything. All in that kit. I cannot stress how great it is to have kits at your hand. Have kits in your inventory. And just play with them. See, I have all these washies, textures. That's how I'll get some other pattern in. Okay, and there's my texting. That will be my photos. There's my sketch. Here's my alphas. Which, you know, I'll probably go with something like this one. Or maybe that pink one. I'm not going to do... Oh, I have this navy, too. That would be pretty. Does anyone else not have a lot of navy alphas? That's me. I wish. But, you know, that's one of those things when you have things organized in such a way, when you know what you have a lot of and what you don't have a lot of, that really helps you with your shopping habits, and it helps you spend less money because then you use the money for things you actually do need. So, I'm always looking for navy alphas. Always. Especially in a chipboard. Okay, I think that will be all. I mean, everything I have, everything I need is right here. Especially when you have all these stickers here. Love that. And anything that I need for dimension, already in a bag. So what do? I'll dump all those out. I have all those options. Sorry, I can't see all that. But that's what I do. I dump everything out. Now, if I would have been smart, I would have put that in a little basket or something. But I just don't feel like getting off my seat. So, okay, I will be back with a finished page because I'm only going to have 2 cuts and then a strip and a few little pieces. So, let's see what the finished page will look like. Hang in there. Okay, I am back with my finished page, and it didn't take very long because, once again, I used a sketch, and I didn't have to think about how to do this and how to do that. I went by the sketch, used it as a springboard, and I went for it. So if you look at the sketch I used, I'll have the link below, is that for my background, I used an 8-inch piece, a 4-inch piece, and then to get this strip, is I simply took my 6x6 piece of paper, I cut it in 1.5-inch strips, and then underneath this photo is where they're butted up, and you would never know that. And so that's one way to get use out of 6x6 papers, and you don't have to cut into your 12x12 papers. I mean, we all have a lot of paper, but, you know, sometimes you just don't want to cut into a full 12x12 to get one little strip. So I think what I'll do is I'll work down, and I did my title, and I went by the prompt today about a funny mom story or texting, and I just combined both to make one prompt to fit my page. And so what I did was I just used my foam thickers, and I also used my thicker alphabet alignment guide, and I'll have a video coming up to review that supply, and you'll see how I did that. Easy to do, and it's a great product, and it's very inexpensive. And then I added enamel dots just to give this little bit of a movement because my title is in a semicircle type fashion, and so I used my enamel dots to create that movement as well. And then I did not have the navy embellishments. Well, I did, but I didn't have 2 that matched, and I wanted these 2 to match. So I'm going to show you a little tip and trick as to what I did. So I knew I had navy washi in my kit, which I will have a link below for my knockoff that I did. And so I'm going to take my navy washi, and I am going to line this up as best as I can. Doesn't matter, just make sure you don't have any white space. If your washi overlaps, that's okay. Just make sure there's no white space. Okay. So let me tear this. And I knew I wanted some hearts, so I just grabbed, this is the size heart I wanted. So it doesn't matter what anything else of the punch is going to be like. And I just simply punched that. Now I got this doily, but I don't want that. I wanted that heart. And so you see, I did not have the embellishment I wanted, so I made my own. Simply by taking washi, and I lined it up. Just make sure there's no space in between your washi, and if you can't match the pattern up, don't worry, you really won't see. Now again, this punch is punching at this doily. I don't want that. I just wanted this size of heart, and to be honest, it was the size punch and that was the closest by, and but I just wanted that size heart. And I will just continuously I will continue to punch that out, and now I have 4 navy hearts. And what I did was just simply used my washi. I mean, isn't that just a good tip? When you need an embellishment, I have all these little scraps now. When you need an embellishment and you know what color you want, but you just don't have it in your supply, use your washi. Simply just take some. You can do it with any size width. You can just do any color. I mean, it is endless. Endless what you can do. Okay? I'm going to do another one. Okay, again, just make sure, and if you can't match the pattern up exactly, no worries, no one's going to see that. Now, with your punches, sometimes you're going to have to cut away this excess in order for your punch to reach that. Put it in there. Now, look what I have. I hope I'm almost in frame. Now look what I have. And you know I like 3, so I'm going to do 3 of them. Now look what I have. Now I have jadeite green hearts. Again, you can do that with any punch, any washi. If your punch won't reach in, just cut some of that paper away. I mean, is that just not... I mean, you can do so many things with washi. And this is another one. I mean, aren't they just adorable? Now, I will have to say, if you have a cheap punch, you know, Martha Stewart's, they're quality punches. But if you have a cheap punch, sometimes be prepared. It won't punch through the paper and the washi at one time. So, if it's a cheap punch, you know, some of them just don't have the bite that some do. But the Martha Stewart ones work good. I mean, oh, look at them. They're just so dear. And, wow, inexpensive, right? Using what you already have on hand, washi and a punch. Just put it on some cardstock and go to town. So what did I do down here? I just simply added some twine around this border strip, added a button and a little bit of label and a birdie, because, you know, 2 birds talking back and forth. And again, I put this enamel dot and I put it in front of the animal. And you can watch a previous video as to why I say put an enamel dot in front of an animal, not behind it. And I did my journaling very simply, printed it out, and add my small little cluster. So I got to have a 75%, a 50%, and a 25% cluster. And I just added these little decorative photo corners because they were already on my 12 by 12 homemade sticker sheet from my knockoff kit. How simple was that? Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show was when you're doing this twine, and you know, when you're wrapping twine around this whole piece, it does take some twine, but then you can't always match up to make this bow. So I'm going to show you a tip that I learned from a fellow scrapbooker. Her name is Tasha, and I will make a note here because I'm going to link her channel. She has some beautiful pages. She's a talented scrapbooker. And her pages inspire me. I don't think she's posted anything lately on her channel, but I will link her channel nonetheless because she shows really good work. So of course, what I'm going to do is take washi that I don't like, and you can simply adhere it in the back and go around. Okay, I don't have enough. This is all the twine I have left over from my kit. So isn't that good? You're using things. And the reason why this washi is in my do not like bin is simply because of this reason. It's so hard to get a hold of, and when you do, this is what happens. You get little pieces. So that's why it's in my do not like bin. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Okay, so I have my twine, and say I had 3, 4, however many layers of twine you want around your project. So just adhere it on both ends. Cut it off, and now, by the way, be careful with your scissors. These are supposed to be non-stick, but because I've had them for so many years, they're not non-stick anymore. And I gouged myself, have a little cut there. Okay, so that's how I got my wraparound. Okay, but you're like, well, wait a minute. You had a bow. I'm going to show you how to do that. Once Tasha showed this trick, I was like, now that is the smartest thing I've ever seen. So wherever you want your bow, you just cut an extra piece of twine. And then you make a knot. Do another knot so it'll stay. And then you can make your bow. Okay? And so that saves, of course I'm running out of twine here, but you can get the idea. Okay? That is how you can make a bow instead of trying to line everything up. Now, say I had 3 or 4 rows of twine. That's all I have right now. But then I just learned this. I think it was from Jen Gallacher recently. And, of course, I'm going to fight with this washi. Oh, great gravy. Oh, I love this pattern. But to get it off the roll is like Grant going through Richmond. You just can't. It it just won't work. And so that's why it's in my I do not like bin. But anyways, she was showing how to tape the back of your twine to your project, and so your twine won't shift on you. And I thought, why did I never not think of that before? You know, I've adhered it to brads and everything. So yeah, just take some washi and adhere it to the back of your twine, and that way it won't move on your project. And then do the Tasha trick and cut an extra piece of twine, and that's how you make your bow. Instead of trying to wrap this around strategically and have enough left over to do your bow. So I hope that explained that good enough. Like I said, I'm running out of twine. My washi won't work. I might just end up throwing that washi in the whole trash. I'm frankly tired of dealing with it. I don't like to do that with supplies, but it is. Okay, so what did I do next? Let's see. I showed you that washi trick. I showed you the twine trick. And I think that was it, other than one more thing. If you're going to use foam tape, which I use foam tape practically on every layout, do yourself a favor and buy yourself a pair of non-stick scissors. And I'll have the link below. I got these off of Amazon. Now, these were my preferable ones. And like I said, I think these are like 10 or 12 years old by now. These were by Cutter Bee. They still make these, but they don't make them in non-stick. So I will show the link. Now, these are precision, and of course you can tell I just sliced myself a little bit ago. But if you're going to work with foam tape or you're going to cut stickers or anything, take a little bit of money, $8, invest, and these are titanium, and buy Scotch, and they're non-stick. And so then you can cut foam tape, you can cut your stickers, and you're not going to get that gummy part, okay, on your stickers. Now, if you do get some gumminess, let me show you what you can use to clean. If I can find it very handy. Yes. Get yourself some of this undo remover, and that's how you clean your scissors. And this is a household expense because I use this in so many things, especially when you're giving gifts and you need to remove the price tag. Undo is the thing, that is the way to go. And of course, use a coupon because it's not the cheapest. You get that at AC Moore's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. So I think that was it. Other than, let's see. I think that's it. Make sure you check out my other videos. And I think I just had a raccoon syndrome. Check out my other videos if you want to see some start to finish pages. And if you want to see this pink paisley knockoff kit, which is exactly what I'm using. Everything was right there. Cannot stress how great it is to have kits at hand. And I think that's it. So I will have the link below for that. I'll have the link below for load because once again, this was a load prompt. Would I have scrapped these? I think I've told a story before about texting, but I didn't take it this angle. So again, I'm 13 for 13 for load. I'm happy. I'm tickled. I'm giddy. Now I just got to clean up my desk. Okay, so come back to RTS because you never know what we're going to learn. Have a great, happy, scrappy day.